I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
Carrier air conditioner from Indianapolis, right? They left, and they had some upper mid-level management guy pretty viciously fire 1,400 great people who were here a couple of days ago when I was making a speech in a different area. And a lot of them were in the audience because they started, anybody from Carrier? We love you. Do you like Trump? Do you like Trump? Have I been talking from, look at this. How long have you worked for Carrier? 10 years. How about you? 17 years. All right. Stick with me, fellas. Don't worry. Same thing happened. And these Carrier guys are following me around. Where? How many years? How many years? 18 years. All right. And look at them. Great. These are great people. These are great people. But somebody had the cell phone camera on while this guy is pretty viciously letting go of 1,400 people. I've been talking about it for months because I got to see it on television. And I thought it was, if I didn't see the cell phone, if I didn't see what was going on, I wouldn't have. But he essentially said, you're all fired. We're moving to Mexico. And I said, man, that's bad. I'm telling you, if I didn't see it on television, I wouldn't have brought it up. It would have been like another statistic that we don't understand as well. But it was terrible to watch it. So I said to myself, that's really something. I'm going to talk about that. And I started talking about it. Little did I know it would be so important that I'm talking about it with respect to you folks.
Women, you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
Mexico sends its people. They're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
If Hillary Clinton were a man, I don't think she'd get 5% of the vote. The only thing she's got going is the woman's card. And the beautiful thing is women don't like her, okay?
Such thing as free education, because you know that ultimately somebody else is going to be paying for that education. And it's the taxpayer. I can't believe I'm saying this as a politician. I'm not a politician, but as somebody that's now in politics, in the political world, I'd love to say free education, but again, if somebody gets free education, all of the people paying, their rates are going to go up. I watch Bernie, and if you took 100% of everybody, if their taxes were literally, if everything was paid in taxes, they made nothing, you wouldn't be able to pay words. So it's just words, okay? Oh, they don't like my hair, okay? Now, if I ever said I didn't like their hair, it would be a headline. He's so, but they're allowed to say whatever they want about me. Look. We started out with people hitting, and my hair's not that bad, is it? Does my hair, it's not that bad. I mean, and it is my hair.
Last night with, we're going to give this, we're going to give that, we're going to give that. The poor woman, she's got to give everything away because this maniac that was standing on her right is giving everything away, so she's following. That's what's happening. This socialist / communist, okay? Nobody wants to say it.
He answers it.
I will. Don't worry about it, Marco. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, little Marco. I will.
All right, well, let's hear Big Don. Donald.
Don't worry about it, Don't worry about it, little Marco.
Gentlemen, gentlemen.
You ought to show up.
Gentlemen, you got to do better than this.
This guy has the number one absentee record in the United States.
Beat Obama. I don't know who'd be worse. I don't know. How does it get worse? But she was going to beat. She was favored to win, and she got schlonged. She lost. I mean, she lost. But I watched her the other night. It was hard. It was really hard because there were a lot of other things on better, including reading books and reading financial papers, which I actually enjoy reading.
He hit me. He's not a war hero.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
Do you agree with that?
He's a war hero because he was captured, okay? You could have, and I believe perhaps he's the... I also happen to call him a lightweight, okay? And I have said that. So I would like to take that back. He's really not that much of a lightweight. And as far as, and I have to say this, he hit my hands. Nobody has ever hit my hands. I've never heard of this one. Look at those hands. Are they small hands? And he referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee you. Jeb doesn't really believe I'm unhinged. He said that very simply because he has failed in this campaign. It's been a total disaster. Nobody cares. And frankly, I'm the most solid person up here. I built a tremendous company, and all I want to do is make America great again. I don't want our country to be taken away from us, and that's what's happening. The policies that we've suffered under other presidents have been a disaster for our country. We want to make America great again. And Jeb, in all fairness, he doesn't believe.
He's lying, Ted. He holds the Bible high and then he lies. He puts it down. Lying Ted.
Not believe these politicians. All talk, no action. I'm standing here listening to I'm hearing him say about a percentage. CNN, he gets 15. That means 85%, based on what you're saying, of the people don't dig you, number one. Number one. Is that a correct statement? How do you get 50? Are you at 15 in the new CNN poll? Do you believe in CNN? I mean, I know we're with Fox. But CNN
I'll respond to you.
CNN spent a lot of money on a poll, just came out. I'm at 49, he's at 15. He tells me about 65% of the people. It's not 65% of the people. If you go by that, 85% of the people. Then he goes, we have 5. And, well, excuse me, I won 10 states. If you listen to him, it's like, I won 10 states. Everybody knows that on Super Tuesday, Trump was the winner. There wasn't one person that didn't say that. Okay. Even the two people on your left and right said we did a great job. So how does he take 5 and say it's better?
All go against crooked Hillary Clinton and beat her. Really, really beat her big league.
Mitt is a failed candidate. He failed. He failed horribly. The third he failed badly. That was a race, I have to say, folks, that should have been won. That was a race that absolutely should have been won. And I don't know what happened to him. He disappeared. My language. 2 days ago, he said he would take his pants off and moon everybody. And that's fine. Nobody reports that. He gets up and says that. And then he tells me, oh, my language was a little bit rough.
Okay.
My language.
Principal,
the single biggest liar. You probably are worse than Jeb Bush. You are the single biggest liar.
All right.
This guy lied. Let me just tell you. This guy lied about Ben Carson when he took votes away from Ben Carson in Iowa. And he just continues. And today, we had robocalls saying Donald Trump is not going to run in South Carolina, where I'm leading by a lot. I'm not going to run. Vote for Ted Cruz. This is the same thing he did to Ben Carson. This guy will say anything. Next, in the Middle East, we have people chopping the heads off Christians. We have people chopping the heads off many other people. We have things that we have never seen before as a group. We have never seen before what's happening right now. The medieval times, I mean, we studied medieval times. Not since medieval times have people seen what's going on. I would bring back waterboarding, and I'd bring back a hell of a lot worse than waterboarding. Hillary Clinton in many polls. The Q poll just came out. I beat Hillary Clinton in a recent Fox poll. I beat Hillary Clinton in USA Today. I beat her today in a poll in Ohio. I'm the only one that beats Hillary Clinton. I beat her, and I have not started on Hillary.
He's married to a man who was the worst abuser of women in the history of politics. And Hillary was an enabler, and she treated these women horribly. Just remember this. And some of those women were destroyed not by him, but by the way that Hillary Clinton treated them after everything went.
I think it's very sad that CNN leads Jeb Bush, Governor Bush, down a road by starting off virtually all of the questions. Mr. Trump this, I think it's very sad. And frankly, I think it's very sad. And frankly, I watched the first debate, and the first long number of questions were, Mr. Trump said this, Mr. Trump said that, Mr. Trump. These poor guys, although I must tell you, Santorum, good guy. Governor Huckabee, good guy. They were very nice, and I respect them greatly. But I thought it was very unfair that virtually the entire early portion of the debate was Trump this, Trump that. In order to get ratings,
Mr. Trump,
I guess.
it's not
in order
CNN.
to get ratings,
Mr. Trump, I was on
just think
CNN
it's very
last night watching.
Excuse me. I think it's very unprofessional.
But it wasn't CNN. It was me. I watched you last night for 16 minutes.
I think it's very
not
unprofessional.
CNN. It's not CNN. It's America's watching you.
Okay, fine.
It's America's watching.
So I was mentioned, so I can bring up something. I think, right? Look, the simple fact is, if you think this is tough and you're not being treated
this
fairly,
isn't tough and easy.
imagine what it's going to be like dealing with Putin, or dealing with President Xi, or dealing with the Islamic terrorism that exists. This is a tough business to run for president.
Oh, no, you're a tough guy, Jeb.
And we need to have a leader that is principled.
tough.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to the presidency.
Let's see. I'm at 42 and you're at 3, so
Doesn't matter.
far I'm doing better.
Doesn't matter.
So far I'm doing better. You know, you started off over here, Jeb. You're moving over further and further. Pretty soon you're going to be off.
We have to stop with political correctness. We have to get down to creating a country that's not going to have the kind of problems that we've had with people flying planes into the World Trade Centers, with the shootings in California, with all the problems all over the world. I just left Indonesia, bomb, 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 bomb. We have to find out what's going on. I said temporarily. I didn't say permanently. I said temporarily. And I have many great Muslim friends. And some of them, I will say not all, have called me and said, Donald, thank you very much. You're exposing an unbelievable problem, and we have to get to the bottom of it. And unlike President Obama, where he refuses even to use the term of what's going on, he can't use the term for whatever reason. And if you can't use the term, you're never going to solve the problem. My Muslim friends, some, said, thank you very much. We'll get to the bottom of it. But we have a serious problem, and we can't be the stupid country anymore. We're laughed at all over the world. The door will let people in legally, but we have to stop what's happening to our country because we're losing our country.
New piece of video, a brazen attempt to jump the wall. 2 young men carrying backpacks, climbing over the wall into Arizona, suddenly spotting the